Hello, I'm Gavin Horgan, Headmaster of Millfield School in Somerset, the largest co-educational boarding school in the UK. Welcome to the Millfield Way Podcast. Here, you'll hear from teachers, coaches and students from Millfield and Millfield Prep School. Millfield is traditionally different, and this is the Millfield Way.
Hello and welcome to today's podcast with us, the captains of school for the spring term, Olivia
and Shayaan. Today we're talking about philanthropy. Millfield has a long tradition of philanthropy, dating back to the founding of the school by Boss Mayor in 1935. Boss had a clear vision that enabled talented pupils to attend the school despite their financial circumstances.
Boss's ethos continues today through initiatives such as Giving Day, raising much needed funds for the Discover Brilliance Fund, which supports transformational bursaries. Our goal is to raise 100 million by the school's 100th anniversary in 2035. This will ensure we can support 100 students in perpetuity.
Today's guest is one of our valued Discover Brilliance Fund donors, Dr. Fiona Wheeler. Hello Fiona, and welcome to the Millfield Way Podcast. Please tell us about your relationship with the school and the Millfield Foundation.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me in to talk. It's my pleasure to be here and lovely to meet you both. My relationship with the school, I have one son, Connor, who's in year 7 at the prep school, and he's been there since year 5 and absolutely loves it. So we moved down from London specifically to attend Millfield because we liked what we saw, what we heard, and the ethos of the school and its approach to education, and we thought, that would be best for Connor. So here we are. My relationship with the foundation, I became involved with it after making a donation to it, and became more engaged upon understanding about what it does and listening to the inspiring stories of the various bursary holders. And so, keen to be involved in any way that I can, and that I see it as a very important aspect of the school, following on from the tradition that Boss started. And so that's where I am today with it.
Cool. Could you please tell us a bit of what your understanding is of philanthropy and global citizenship?
Great question. Absolutely. Big question. I see those concepts distinct but interconnected. And being an academic, and all academics like to define things as a starting point. So I will do that. The word philanthropy is a Greek word, and phil means love and anthropo means humankind. So at a basic level, philanthropy means love for humankind. So it is a desire to promote the welfare of others, be that through charitable donation of time, skills, money. But I think more importantly is a philanthropic mindset, and I think this is where global citizenship piece fits. And that is 3 things, I think. An understanding, an empathy, and an awareness. And so the understanding being that we are all part of the same humanity. We have a common and shared story, a long story that our individual tiny sentences are part of. And from that, I think there's an empathy there for others who share that humanity with us. And therefore they are, deserving of our respect and our concern. And I think when you open up that sort of worldview, you become aware of the inequities that surround us, be that political, moral, social, economic. And you are drawn to take action, I guess, to address them.
Please tell us more about your philanthropic commitment and how do you make philanthropic decisions?
Well, I think it all began with travel and living in different places around the world and seeing other cultures and the circumstances in which other people live. And I guess that brought about an awareness of just how fortunate myself and my family are to, by virtue of where and when and to who we were born into within this shared humanity. So circumstances are everything. So the decisions then probably roll from that, in that things that resonate with me, my values, my worldview, my experiences. I do research into various causes and see, where they sit, and to see the potential impact that they will have in the world, how broad their impact will be. Will it be in an area that that resonates with me, but mainly one that myself and my family can really be a part of, and for the long term, as opposed to, to contribute in spirit and in kind, as opposed to just financially.
Thank you. That's very inspirational. How would you suggest that we encourage others to adopt a more philanthropic mindset?
That's a difficult question, in that it is a very personal thing, and how you want to go about it is something that is, personal to you. However, I think the basics would be through education and dialogue. Education to build the understanding, the knowledge, the skills and the values to have that global citizenship mindset. And through dialogue, sharing stories, increasing awareness of the inequities that exist, and hopefully changing attitudes and behaviours. But, I suppose it's by example, and the Millfield value of being a disruptor and challenging inequities when we see them, and demanding respect and equality in every respect of life.
Yeah, definitely. The Millfield Foundation remains guided by Boss's principle of enabling talented children, irrespective of their background or financial means, to access a Millfield education. How did you hear about the Millfield Foundation?
Through, I guess, various publications that the school produces. But really it was more just me reaching out and engaging and connecting with various people here in the foundation team, wanting to know more, wanting to contribute more and be part of that conversation and the Millfield story. And as a result of that, it builds, and it like a snowball, and gathers momentum. So that's how I got involved.
I agree. Engagement in this day and age is very important. So what motivates you to support the Discover Brilliance Fund?
At a very basic level, I have observed the transformation in my own child that a Millfield education provides, in terms of his approach to life, his learning, his experiences, his outlook. And there are so many children who are just as talented and worthy of such an opportunity, but their circumstances don't permit it. So in my opinion and myself, I feel if we are able to, we should try and extend that opportunity more broadly. And I do believe that in terms of brilliance, that everyone has a talent or a brilliance, and it may not be directly observable, it may be hidden, but given the opportunities and the experiences and the nurturing, that individuals will find it and be able to express themselves more fully through it. And I think that's particularly so with neurodiverse children, for example, dyslexic. And that is back to the ethos of BOSS and nurturing the talent that everybody has.
Yeah, I agree. Millfield, it has endless opportunities, and they're just able to spot the most slight talent and then pull it out of you completely. Why would you say that it is important to give back where you can?
The UN Declaration of Human Rights is that everyone is born equal in rights and dignity, but unfortunately not everyone is born equal in circumstances. So for them to access those rights and that dignity requires effort and help. And all children are, by right, entitled to education. So therefore, perhaps there is, with that global citizenship mindset, there's an obligation on us to be concerned and to do whatever we can to bring about that change in the world, and strive for a more just and humane and sustainable society for everybody.
So how do you feel it is important for the foundation to engage with pupils before they leave Millfield?
Well, they're a captive audience, and their formative years and the amazing experiences that they will have here are, they're two-way. It's not all about giving to them for them to take away and do. It's about a reciprocal relationship and the giving back. And I don't think we should underestimate the power of education, in that I was previously involved with a children's charity, Child Rescue Nepal, and their aim was to eradicate child slavery and exploitation in Nepal. And the key platform, their key platform was education, keeping children in school. So at a basic level, by keeping them in school and keeping them off the streets, they were safe and they were free from exploitation. But secondly, there was the education, and that increased their life outcomes. And so together, that just shows the basic power of education at a very fundamental level. Now, if you take the other extreme and a Millfield education, that's incredibly powerful, and the networks that you have and that you will build here will be with you forever, and need to use them for good, for great good.
Yeah, definitely. So in what ways can we educate students and the wider Millfield community on philanthropy, and in order to maintain Boss's vision?
So when we look at education, it's not just numeracy and literacy, it's actually the framework within which we learn and we operate at Millfield, and we engage with all of our stakeholders, and to tap into that, what I believe is a deep-seated human desire to help and to contribute to others, and therefore just get everyone in the community on board with it.
How can all Millfieldians and parents get involved with this year's Giving Day, which is taking place on the 24th of May?
As I've said, giving back is something I'm passionate about, and in my opinion, Millfield Giving Day is a very worthy philanthropic initiative, in that it is all about raising much needed funds for the Discover Brilliance Fund for bursaries. So it really is central to Bosmar's ethos of the school and to maintaining the Millfield mix. And so it has high impact for everyone in the community, not just the bursary holders. So I would encourage people, if they can, to get involved at Millfield Giving Day this year, which they can do in any number of ways. They can make a donation to Giving Day, no matter how big or small, it all counts. They can come to the Brilliance Dinner. But importantly, I think everyone can spread the word about Giving Day within their own Millfield networks and families, such as year groups, sports teams, music groups, in the senior school, in the prep school. It would be great if everyone in the community could get behind the cause and make it the best Giving Day yet.
Yeah, definitely. Well, a huge thank you to you, Fiona, for taking the time to talk to us today and for sharing your views on philanthropy and motivations for giving to Millfield.
It was my very great pleasure. I've enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you both the very, very best on your journey from here.
Thank you so much. To find out more about the Millfield Foundation, please visit the foundation page on our website.